And I just want to let you guys know we are recording this. For those of you who have shown up, we'll get it out to you. At the end, there'll be some contact information, so please feel free to reach out to the person who invited you or to myself, and my information will be on the last slide. Again, my name is Denise Rupp. I'll welcome you to the Health Trifecta, and I look forward to talking to you because, you know, one of the things that I am really passionate about is people being healthy. Right now, and for the past 2 years, we've really learned a lesson that it is really important. Your health is paramount. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. If you don't have your health, this is where you really need to spend your time and your money, because this is where you get quality of life. This is where you get the opportunity to lengthen your life. This is where you get life. If you don't have your health, yeah, I got next to nothing. So, and what we're going to talk about is really how to take control of it, how to empower yourself in your health. And you know, we're just into the first half of February here, so we've all have made resolutions, and some of them might be to get to a healthy weight. Some of them might be to improve your finances or get a better job or just plain eat healthier. Lots of people have been challenged by, we just passed dry January. So that, because a lot of people have been drinking heavy over these past 2 years. But I have to say, the one key thing that I think all of us are really striving for is how do we manage stress better? And that's really, really, really important. So we're going to talk about all of that tonight, and we're going to try and keep it short and sweet. And so, like I said, my name is Denise Rupp, and I am with White Cedar. I'm a retired RN. I am passionate about occupational health and women's health in particular. I started off my career in fertility, and so it's always been a driving force for me to be interested in women's health. I'm very passionate about resiliency and making sure people make the right choices in wellness. And I am also the founder of the Owning You program. And now I'm going to hand it off to Jay. So Jay, please take it from here.
Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. So my name is Jay Graham, and I'm a lifestyle and movement specialist for 10 years plus. I've had my own business called H2O Works Canada. Basically, what I do is I help individuals in a therapy pool setting, really fix them. I also do presentations, etc., as a national presenter in my field. I am an athlete. I'm totally into healthy aging, and I love, the same as the other two lovely ladies, it becomes quite a passion to help others become healthier into whatever they see they want to be. As I mentioned, as an athlete, my sport is karate. I am a third degree in my belt, active sensei, and I have competed nationally and internationally in my sport. Love it a lot. I have 2 grown children, and now I have 2 cats, actually, Buster and Password. I live in Guelph.
I love that, Jay. Thank you. And I'm always third belt with black belt karate is like, to me, that's a wow. So you always impress me. My name is Camille Lawson, and I make up our trio here. I'm also a health care professional. I'm also an RN. I used to work in the emerge departments in the city of Toronto, so I've got a lot of good medical background, and I've seen it all. And I would agree completely with what Denise spoke about stress, and managing stress really is one of the biggest components of health that there is. And I've seen that firsthand from working in the hospital. And we're going to talk certainly more about that. And I put my tennis picture up here, not to be like I play a lot of tennis, but the thing is, I do play a lot of tennis, and it is my personal motivation for really being so invested into health and well-being and being anti-inflammatory, because I want to stay out there on that tennis court and play well and play competitively until I'm way, way old. And I'm a nutrition expert. I'm also a hormone expert. I've been studying hormones for a long time because the interplay of hormones is so, so important in our health. I also am so passionate about sharing useful, really good, accurate information with you and people out there so that people can really, truly be their own best health advocate and manage their own health and be empowered. So with that, we will jump right in. Did I miss a slide there? No, I
No,
guess I didn't.
no.
Okay, perfect. So yes, I love this. I'm a mess right now, but I'm a work in progress. And I'm also a psychotherapist, so I do counseling as well. And I say this to my clients all the time. We're never done growing and learning and developing, like ever. Would you agree with that? Like we are always a work in progress, and there's always more we can learn. And I don't mean that in a way that we're always striving, have to do more, be more, but it's really as we learn more in the health world and we move on in life, we are a work in progress. And I think that's actually very, very encouraging. So as far as what is this trifecta of health, what are we talking about? Well, the foundation, as I said, of really all health, all aspects of health, I have learned starts with our hormones. They are the chemical messengers that tell every single cell in our body what to do and how to do it. It's a big deal. We actually have over 50 known hormones. That's a lot of hormones. And when you feel stressed and you feel anxious, it's important to know you're not alone. Sometimes there's a chemical imbalance there, a hormonal imbalance, situational. There's so many things, particularly right now. There is more anxiety and stress going on in the world than I have ever seen. I have to say my counseling practice has never been as full as it is of young people and middle age filled with anxiety. So we want to always understand how that hormone component is working, because cortisol, our stress hormone, is one of the key foundations that I'll speak about in a moment. And when our hormones are out of balance, it's a lot like a symphony. I always look at it like that. In a symphony, what happens when the violin goes off? The whole thing goes kaput and doesn't sound very good, right? And our hormones are very similar because they're meant to be in flux and in balance. And when they are not, things are happening. So Denise, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Thank you. So one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about Isagenix. And I just want to be really clear here that we are doing this intentionally. The three of us, healthcare providers, people who have a medical background, have a real understanding of the physiology of the human body. We have intentionally partnered with Isagenix to be part of who we are and how we help our clients and our patients going forward. So, and some of the reasons that we do that are that it is they've been around for over 20 years. They are completely backed by science. They have double-blind studies going back years. They do the responsible sourcing of their products. They make sure that their products are what they say they are. They're made with natural and organic products as much as possible. They are gluten-free products, and there is rigorous testing to make sure that none of the nasties that we will talk about later on in the presentation are showing up even on their receiving decks. So they know what's in there and they know that it's all good. So we are doing this intentionally and using it with our understanding, our medical background around inflammation, how to decrease it, how to make sure that you are getting the things in that you need to get in. Back over to you. Oh, no, sorry, it's me, actually. So those three things that we need to get in we have to have the proper mindset. And that means whether we've got the proper mindset getting up and having, being in a positive frame of mind, just knowing what to take in, not being bombarded by things that are anxiety provoking and that kind of thing. So mindset, meditation, those kinds of things are really important. So having a healthy mindset. having the right nutrition that goes into your body and flooding your body literally with the proper nutrients. Our bodies are they're actually really smart. They do understand that when, something comes in from a synthetic and something that comes in from a natural source that's organic, the body will always pick the sourced, nutritional, organic product over the synthetic. And we see that time and time again in pharmaceuticals, and they do it in nutrition as well. So, this is one of the reasons why we're so close with Isagenix. The other thing that's really, really important here is our community. It is so important. Your associations with the right people and the people that are going to support you, the people that are going to provide you with the positive environment, with the positive reinforcements. This is what's important, and this is some of the things we're going to talk about tonight.
Perfect. Thank you, Denise. So jumping right in, as far as the Isagenix goes, this is, I'll come back to this, but we call it the trifecta because there's three main components that we're going to dive into tonight. One is dealing with the stress, as we spoke about. That is probably the number one thing that needs to get worked on. Then we are talking about removing the toxic load in the body and supporting the body with botanicals that actually work to support all of those cells that we were speaking about. And the last thing is flooding and replenishing the body with the kind of nutrition and nutrients that the body can actually absorb and that are bioavailable to the body. Doesn't mean you don't eat other stuff, everybody, but we need to get into us what is in superfood nutrition. So the first thing I'm going to dive into is stress. Who would agree? I'm sure you would. You can put your hand up, you can nod to yourself, that never before has our population been as stressed out and anxious, as I said earlier, than now. Cortisol, which is our stress hormone, is not a bad hormone. We need it. It's our get up and go. And you can see on the graph at the top left there, our normal cortisol curve is supposed to be cortisol gets higher in the morning and during the day because it's our get up and go. It's our stamina, our joie de vivre. It gives us energy. Cortisol is great. It gives us like the ability to do things, make things happen. And normally it's supposed to come down nicely at the end of the day and flatten out and allow us a beautiful sleep and then start to come back up again. Well, lo and behold, what's really happening in our world, this is what's happening, and particularly for women. We're focused on women tonight, but I can assure you that this is happening for a lot of our men out there as well. It's a state of overwhelm. There's so many things going on, not to mention a pandemic and unpredictability and uncertainty. And we're talking about stress coming from all sides, trying to juggle the financial stresses, kids, aging parents. We know what the list is. And I have to share very quickly my own story about how I got started with Isagenix now 14 years ago. I'm very calm, very outwardly calm. That's key. I was the stressed out therapist, 3 small kids, but I was still calm. I looked really calm. When I started Isagenix, I didn't think I needed it, frankly, because I'm already really healthy. My friend basically talked me into starting. I read all the ingredients, loved the ingredients, particularly liked what wasn't in it because that part is very good as well. About 4 or 5 days in, I actually noticed that at the end of the day, normally where I'd be in a state of overwhelm, I was like, my list is so long. And I used to get just a little bit anxious. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but that was me. Even though I was outwardly calm, remember, I was actually calm and my stressors were still there. And I realized it's because of the adaptogens, and I'll come to those in a moment. Those adaptogens really changed everything. So I ceased to be that person who had all those things all over, even though they were there. I dealt with everything better. So stress is real, and the effects of stress are even more debilitating and real on our health. I won't read all of these, but you can start to see immune system, of course, is a huge one. Our immune system is responsible for fighting off disease and viruses and bacteria and all those things. And cortisol makes it not work very well. A lot of that middle-aged belly fat that so many of, we're all hormonal women, particularly from our 40s into our 60s. The primary cause of that, along with visceral body fat, is cortisol. Sleep. I mean, when you wake up between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., quite often, because our cortisol is now not resting the way it was supposed to, remember, in that curve, our cortisol is up here in the middle of the night, and our adrenal glands are churning out that cortisol, pressing on our kidneys, which are all in our back. And we wake up, and yes, we have to go to the bathroom. But really, one of the big reasons is because the cortisol is churning when it's not supposed to be. We were never meant to have cortisol up here 24/7. And that is what's happening to so many people. And when cortisol, which is a foundation hormone, is out of balance, it literally affects every other hormone. And this slide to me is so important because I know, and perhaps you do too, a lot of women who beat themselves up. They're feeling like shamed. They're like, I have been on every diet. I sometimes hardly even eat. I exercise like 5 days a week. I do everything, and I still just don't feel great. I still don't sleep. My mood is shot. My sex drive is gone. Guess what? Hormone imbalance. And it really, truly does start with cortisol. Now, there's lots of things. We all have done this. Doctors often prescribe anti-inflammatory or antidepressants, anti-anxiety. Sometimes you need them. There are certainly situations where you do, but quite often when it's a stressed out cortisol hormone issue leading to the anxiety, that's not going to really fix the problem. You have to fix the problem with nutrition and lifestyle to balance that out. There are sleeping pills, we know, synthetic hormones, the wine, the sugar, the carbs, all of those things. And we all know firsthand, I certainly know I do, they don't work. They don't work at all. It's a temporary fix, and then you feel worse. So what does work? Well, this is what saved me 100%. And I know it saved a lot of other people. I know some in this room, including Denise and Jay, but this saved me because adaptogens are botanical plants and mushrooms in nature. They've been around a very long time, and adaptogens allow the body to adapt to stress, both physical and mental. Long used actually by athletes because athletes have to have fast muscle recovery time, and they stress their body. So athletes have been using those adaptogens. Well, guess what? It works on emotional stress and it works on mental stress. And I am living proof of that. I still have lots of stress like you do and like most of us do, but without question, my shot or two, sometimes 3, of this Ionic Supreme that is filled with many adaptogens, not just 1, not just 2, because you can buy 1 or 2 in the health store. It's got many. It's got the key ones that I'm drinking every single day, and it absolutely makes me feel better. So I'm going to leave that at that, but I want you just to know that the proof is in the results. The proof is in how you feel. And it's very, very noticeable that when your cortisol is balanced, all these other aspects of health start to be balanced, and you really start to feel so much better.
So this is a very exciting piece of, the presentation really is how do we do a nutritional cleanse or a detox? And Isagenix has been around for 20 years, and they have been on the forefront of doing a nutritional cleanse. And what that really means or detox, is it assists the body's natural process to reduce or to get out toxins from the body. And so toxicity is everywhere. We know it to be there. It comes from so many things. And so Isagenix has another amazing product, and it's called Cleanse for Life. And with that, and I'm just going to back up a touch. So as you've heard these lovely ladies, you know what? Here we go. Okay, great. We have our Cleanse for Life. And with this particular slide, you can see on the right-hand side, right? You see that yellow that is encapsulating around the organs like that? That's actually the not so good stuff. That's the stuff that it can really cause some real challenges as we move forward. And what happens is you see it's visceral fat, and the body has an amazing system that when toxins enter into our system, the body will then wrap it around in fat to protect the organs. That is called obesogens. And what they do is it just sits there and it's yellow and it waits. And the body doesn't know quite what to do with it. And it tries to, of course, remove it. Sometimes it can, and it just circulates back into the system. You'll also see too where the toxins come from, and they are everywhere. They come from the food, they come from the air, they come from the exhaust, they come from the pesticides and herbicides, and sometimes the cans. It's everywhere. And the body just takes it in. There's like 167 toxins that the body has to deal with, and it's not meant to deal with that much, to be honest with you. And so what Isagenix has come with, and it's called a product called Cleanse for Life. I actually, when I first was introduced to this product, I was really, it's a bit of my story, I was actually quite nervous about it. And the reason why is because I'm the type of individual who doesn't need to, lose weight. My whole mission was to always put on extra weight or lean muscle mass. That's what I've always done. And so when I was introduced to a cleanse, I was like, Shield, there is no way I'm going to be doing a cleanse. And because I don't want to lose weight, there's just no way. And so through proper education, I realized, again, its whole purpose, which is an all natural, you can see what it's made of. You got the peppermint and turmeric, ashwagandha, the berries, the licorice root, but it's really the aloe vera too, which is the main part. It's the heart of the aloe vera plant. And it really does assist in getting out the toxins from the body. And I really want you to think about this. What is our brain made out of? A lot of, fat. And that's where a lot of toxins can get built up. And I also had serious brain fog, not, due to hormonal changes. I had serious brain fog. And so when I was doing this, nutritional cleanse that supports our body, I had found probably, my whole brain just went, like, it was like I was like so lit up. It was unbelievable. And the mental fog just dissipated. As I mentioned, the clarity came back, and I just felt so good about, oh my gosh, I can, do my days again. I have the energy and I have what I can do. The slide that Denise was showing with the spillover, it's so true. Please just remember too, that when people, when they go on a diet, because they want to lose weight. I don't think diets are necessarily the best for people, in my opinion. And what can happen is that the toxins can get trapped into the body because that's not what they're releasing. And so what happens is they get into this yo-yo effect, and then they immediately stop dieting because it's not a lifestyle change at all. And they can actually gain back weight. The toxins are there, and they can actually gain more weight. So when you're dealing with, in terms of what we do, which is that nutritional piece to support the body's natural detoxification process, it allows the toxins to get out. You can actually lose the weight, and then it stays off. And we have so many cases of where people have lost, weight, or they've gotten to a healthy, place where they want to be in their life. And they just haven't gained any weight back after, a year to 2 years and further. So it's quite amazing that this is quite the lifestyle. Okay. So intermittent fasting, again, Isagenix has been doing for many years. And recently it's kind of been a fad, like to hear it suddenly. But they've always been on the forefront of doing this. And as I mentioned, the botanicals are there. It supports the detoxification and really helps with the liver as well. So it's just a phenomenal piece. It is not people always get worried, right, about the word cleansing, because they think it might be a poopy cleanse, but it's not. This is the cool thing. I've actually done cleansing and taught classes, my fitness classes, and I can actually leave the house. Can you imagine that?
Nice.
There's no diuretics, there's no laxatives in it. And it's just a wonderful lifestyle piece that I think everybody should be doing. And I truly believe that in terms of mental health, this is a huge piece moving forward through the aging process. Cleanse for Life too also helps if you're an athlete or you're moving or doing anything, helps to reduce that inflammation that so many of us can get as well. When you start to work out, part of that process is, right, you tear down the body to move forward. And so, it's a great way just to help reduce inflammation as well.
That's a great point, Jay. Thank you for adding that. That's so important for the basis of all chronic disease, they feel, is actually inflammation. So Cleanse for Life is awesome for that. That is great. Okay, on to nutrients.
And you know what? I have to totally agree. And one of the things, it just kind of dawned on me, but in Chinese medicine, and we know in medicine as well, the liver really kicks in at night and starts to do its detoxification at that point in time. And so if you're doing the Cleanse for Life and you do it at night, so it's part of that whole nighttime cycle. So you take it before you go to bed, and then it works with the liver to actually help with that whole cleansing period, and that's all within the normal time clock and the normal operation of how our body works. And again, going over that whole idea behind a diet. I used to work in occupational health offices in workplaces, and I tell you, January sucked because everybody would go on a diet and they'd be in an awful mood because they weren't cleansing. They were just, you know, increasing the concentration of the toxicity in their body. So they were just in a nasty place. So really adding in the proper nutrients, adding in superfoods, adding these things in. Like I said before, the body is smart enough to know when it's got a choice of a good thing or just and or a bad thing. So it's going to go for that good thing and pass by on that bad thing and let it go through. So by all means, feel free to have your protein drink, have your nutrients during the day, and then go and have your fries if you want with your friends. I mean, it's not about that kind of thing. Although I have heard, I've got clients of mine who their cravings for things like the French fries have stopped. So they'll go for that healthy, salad while they go out with their friends, and they're not interested in the fries anymore. So it really helps with that. So this is really important to get as much nutrients in there, get the organic nutrients, get them in there, and flood your body. This product here is really wonderful because one of the things that's behind this inflammation thing is our bodies are really acid. They are, because of the stress. Cortisol makes our bodies have a real acid bent to them. And the way to actually counteract that is to get as much green and as much fruits and vegetables into your body as absolutely possible. Admittedly, we can't necessarily do that every day. So, what about taking one of these things? And it's just because of how busy we are and how we're out doing this, that, and the other thing. And so, it's important that we are actually able to get in the product. So, have the greens, get your alkaline components into the body to help deal with all of that acid, all that cortisol that's being floating around there in the body. That helps in a huge way. It's such a wonderful product. And then, of course, making sure that we just have enough of the right products. If you have your shakes during the day, that means you're getting the right amount of protein. Again, go ahead and have whatever else you need to have during the day, but getting the greens, getting the protein in there is going to make sure that you're getting in top quality nutrition into your body. And so the other thing is this isn't very expensive when you look at it overall because it's $4 for these meals. It's pretty good. But the big part is supporting the body to have the right products in it, the right nutrients in it to support getting rid of all the toxins, getting rid of all the cortisol, getting that inflammation down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Absolutely, Denise, because the quality of it and the fact that it's a balanced meal, which so many shakes out there aren't, I think is really like the right macros, the right carbs, fats, and protein. Well, another really incredible protein that you have probably heard of, because I think collagen is the #1 market hottest trend product out there right now. And collagen is everywhere. I'm sure you've seen it. There are powders, there are liquids, there are gel caps, there are, countless. There's collagen, FYI, that is a lip balm and creams, and the molecule of collagen, here's your trivia for the day, is too big to be absorbed through the skin. So those products might be very good products. I'm not going to put any product down, but just know that you're not getting collagen absorbed that way. You have to ingest collagen. And it's so interesting to me that our bodies, over like 80% of our body is of the protein that is the basis of which is collagen. And we start to decline our collagen production in our 20s, if you can believe it. And by 40, most of us are not making very much collagen, if any. So replenishing our collagen is really important because it literally is responsible for every connective tissue in our body. Like all of it, our blood vessels, our muscles, our joints. We think about collagen for the outward stuff, like our skin, our hair, our nails, all very important. It's great to look good. But more importantly, it's what that collagen is doing inside our body. So what we have learned is that collagen is not all created equal. I personally was using a very high quality organic powdered marine based collagen. And I knew it was good for me. I knew I needed collagen, but I certainly didn't see, nor did I feel any significant difference. So when Isagenix introduced this collagen elixir now almost a year ago, I was pretty excited because what I learned is that marine collagen is the most like our own collagen. 80% of our body is the type 1 collagen, which is what this marine collagen is. I also learned, which I did not know, is that collagen oxidizes. So collagen is one of those products that when air gets into it, it oxidizes and renders it kind of useless. So now you're wasting your money. So Isagenix is bottling marine collagen from the Scandinavian Sea in these beautiful, elegant, recyclable glass dark bottles. So there's no oxygen getting in there. So when you drink that bottle one a day, you are getting a highly bioavailable and absorbable collagen. And I'm telling you, results, I keep saying that, but it's the truth. I have seen such difference in my skin. I don't lose the amount of hair I used to. My hands have changed dramatically. And most importantly for me is the feeling when I play tennis of my joints and my recovery. I run hard and it's very noticeable. The botanicals that are in there also help with the absorbability of the vitamin C and the zinc, very necessary to help collagen be absorbed. So this is a quality product. And the best, I have to say, is there's a money back guarantee. There isn't another collagen, to my knowledge, in the market that offers a money back guarantee. That's how much this results oriented product is. So people love it. You can see some of the results, certainly for men, for women. We have endless pictures of what you can see, and so many really fabulous stories about what happens from the inside out. It really is beauty from the inside out. So something well worth looking after and looking at.
And what's amazing too, right, is we have so many community stories, and Camille had touched on it, right? It was just, there's so many that are so positive. And the next slide, which is amazing too, is, is a teammate, and her name is Natalie, and she's from up north, and she is a yoga person, and she does Isagenix as well, along with essential oils. She was brave enough to get on here and show, very open to say, yep, this is how it's been changed and how it's helped me personally. And you can see it. And she is so excited. It really too assisted and helped her husband. Her husband was in serious health issues, and he too had amazing results. And what's really great too, when we talk about community, is the fact that people that we work with and people that who are clients or customers, we have a group called the New Way to Age, and it's a phenomenal support group, and it's for women of all backgrounds, everything, who are all experiencing different changes through the aging process. And they're so tight knit. We talk about mindset. We had an amazing session last night with Erin Postel, who was really into coaching us through mindset. And then Jen as well. She does that. She does also her yoga. Camille's on there as our hormone expert. And we have so many people who can contribute. And it's just a wonderful place. People feel very safe and secure there. And it really is a community of bonding, growth, and with lots of tips, hacks, strategies in order to help you move forward with your life and how you can implement these amazing concepts into your life, because that's what it is. It's a lifestyle, right? So,
sorry, Jay.
No, I just wanted to say too, and Natalie's had some amazing results as well, like so many other people that we know.
Absolutely. And it really, everyone in the group is really using the foundation of what Isagenix is. Maybe it's just the collagen, maybe it's the collagen and the Trifecta products. But you're right, it's such incredible value add for the customers and for clients. It's really a tremendously supportive community. So in closing, just a few more minutes of your time, really wanted to circle back to this trifecta idea. If we're thinking about health and what is the foundation of health, based on what Denise and Jay have shared and myself, with stress and cleansing and detoxing the body and replenishing it with really superfood available nutrients, is really the foundation. And then from there you can build out. So how do we do that? How do we get started if Isagenix is something that you think is something you'd like to try? And I would have to say, if not this, then what? Because I know for many of us, we've tried many programs, foods, supplements. I, for one, had a cupboard full of, I kid you not, probably 50 bottles of supplements, of which I've pared down to very, very few now that I need and that I take. Our 30-day system is extremely affordable, just under 300 Canadian, under 300 US dollars. And it comes with everything to give you that health trifecta. It has the adaptogen drink that is going to help balance the cortisol. It has enough so you can do 4 or more cleanse days or a lot more intermittent fasting days. It has 4 bags and canisters of our fabulous shakes, which, by the way, everybody loves. They taste great, and they also are so good for you. They're insurance. And does that mean you don't eat other food? Sure, you can eat other food. Like Denise said, if you want to go have those fries or have a lovely dinner, you do that. But you're getting exactly what you need from this nutrition. So this is a simple, easy way to get started. There's numerous other ways. Price points, budget, of course, we like to meet people's budget. Free shipping comes with each initial order, so that's a bonus. You don't have to pay for shipping. It really is about what you're getting with this. You're getting the mindset training. You're getting some free coaching that's included. You get to be part of this tremendous community, the New Way to Age, which is for women, but there's lots of other communities within Isagenix. If you happen to be a man or a teenager, you're welcome. We don't say you're not, because you certainly are. A lot of families do Isagenix health together, and you really are going to balance the body and detox and nourish. And I love the whole thing that health is the new wealth. Isn't it the truth? If you do not have that health foundation, all the money, all the wealth in the world means nothing. And you can ask anyone who's been on that side of things, and they will surely agree. So taking charge of your health. Yes, Denise, of course.
So I just want to, so if you go back to that slide, I just want to point out one of the reasons why you can sit and meditate and get your mindset and do all the affirmations you want. That's not going to give you a quick turnaround. You can get out and start walking or running or doing whatever exercise you want. There's going to be some real things that will happen, but there's going to be some time component there. Part of one of the major parts, and Camille, I really want to stress this because it happened with me as well. When you take the adaptogens, it brings your stress level down. It's it's an automatic thing. And so then you're able to have that clarity. You're able to start the things that start to change in your body so that you've got the clarity of mind, so that you've got the physical detoxing happening, and you don't have to think about it. Because when are you going to set up that corner for yourself for the meditation? When are you going to get the rower or get out and go walking, or bundle yourself up? As I was talking to Jay the other night, she had to bundle up so she could go out for her walk. Like these things are all standing in our way, but this can be sitting there and it can be working in the background, and we don't necessarily even consider it, but there is that strong link, and I just wanted to point that out.
I love that. And thank you for that, because you're also really bringing up, which I was speaking to a client today about, is energy. So we talk about energy and we talk about balancing our mood, and maybe that's another whole conversation I won't get into now, but to do all those things and the lifestyle things requires energy. And to bring our best self to our relationships, to a romantic relationship, to kid relationships, to friendships, requires being in a balanced mood and not being stressed out. So it really does come down to that. And this spill out is truly in every area of life. And that's very well said. Thanks, Denise. Just showing you the 30-day program, again, adding in the greens, which I'd have to say almost every woman I know adds in, because as Denise said, that alkalinity is so, so important. And basically this is easy. And most of us like easy. We want simple and affordable. The beauty bundle is how probably 90% of people get started with the Collagen Elixir. If that's your choice. Some people just want to get started with collagen and work into the nutrition side of things. Absolutely fine. Also getting free shipping with the collagen. And of course, four boxes with 10 bottles in a box can be a little bit heavy. So free shipping is a nice idea. So the bottom line, are you ready to be empowered? Are you wanting to really have that change? And as I said earlier, if not this, then what? I'd say that this is a fantastic choice. Denise, I'll turn it back to you to finish us off.
Yeah, so I can't say it much better than that. Are you ready to be empowered? These are some of this is a great way to support you, because with those three things, mindset and the community, those things come as being a part of what we're offering here. So if not now, when? And why not this particular idea? All of this comes with a money back guarantee. So if you're not as satisfied at all with the product, just put it in a box. You have to pay the shipping and send it back, but all your money comes back to you. So you've got nothing literally to lose here. So if you're ready to get started, you can text us. You can reach out to me through my phone number there, and feel free to let us know what you think, or reach out to the people that invited you. I look forward to talking to someone, and I hope you have a great evening. And thanks, Jay. Thanks, Camille. And we'll all talk to you soon.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye, Jay. Bye, Denise. Bye, ladies. Good night.